In this video, I'm going to be showing 9 defensive mistakes which Arsenal made against Everton in the first half alone. This first mistake is poor communication from the defensive line and a poor line. Here Everton are about to make a pass over the top or through the defensive line, and you can see that the back four isn't in a straight line. Bellerin hasn't come out, and I blame this to poor communication. Mustafi should be telling Bellerin to move up. He hasn't, and they're going to get caught out. The position from Calvert-Lewin is brilliant. He's sideways on, he can see the ball, and he can see across the defensive line. He's just behind the two centre-backs, and he can see that Bellerin is holding him onside, and when that ball comes through, he's going to be through on goal. In this position now, Everton have got a really big advantage. From holding that defensive line, the Arsenal defenders can't get back. A simple cross now will give Richarlison a simple tap in because Peter Cech is coming off his line. Peter Cech does very well. He comes out and basically nails him. Should be 1-0, but by being selfish and trying to score the goal himself, the opportunity is wasted, and that's in the first minute. Second mistake, Arsenal was slow to push out. Again, poor defensive line. Here Everton attacking the box, the ball bounces out, and instead of pushing out quickly, 2 of the Arsenal defence move out and 2 of them don't. Here we can see Calvert-Lewin is just staying onside as Monreal and Socrates are moving out slowly. Everton have lost the ball and now they're quickly trying to move out. If the Everton player here was a little bit more aware, a little chip over the top of the defence and Calvert-Lewin is 1-1 with the goalkeeper. In this example, that's not what happened and Arsenal are able to clear. Third mistake, indecision following an offensive corner. Here Everton have got all of their 10 players back and Arsenal are attacking the corner with 9 players, which means they've only got 1 player back. So when you've only got 1 player back, it's really important that the 2 players on the edge of the box, Ramsey and Bellerin, are attentive to any ball which bounces towards the edge of the penalty area. The corner comes in and it bounces out to Guille. Not sure if I'm saying that right. When the ball does come out to him, Ramsey's got a decision to make. Do I go with Walcott or do I close down Guille and stop him from making a pass through to Walcott? There's no communication. For me, Bellerin should be saying one of 2 things. Bellerin should be saying, go with Walcott or go with Guille. When Ramsey makes his decision, Bellerin should then go with the other man. Ramsey doesn't do either and is caught flat-footed. Bellerin is ball watching. Meanwhile, Walcott runs through and would be one-on-one with the fast defender if Guille, who's got plenty of time on the ball, was able to pick out a good pass. Arsenal get lucky as the ball was slightly overhit and Walcott, who was almost left one-on-one with Torreira, is unable to make the most of this situation. Mistake number 4, holding a high line and not dropping back. Here a poor pass leaves Torreira unable to control and Everton are able to start a counter-attack. Here in this position here, you can see Xhaka coming to close down the pass, and Torreira is a little bit confused with what his role should be. The ball goes into the Everton player, a little bounce back, and again we can see Calvert-Lewin picking up a really great and open body position and able to see across the defensive line. Here, Mustafi has seen Calvert-Lewin and is going to try and play him offside. The problem is that he just holds his position, and Calvert-Lewin holds his position as well. So when that ball comes back, Mustafi's held his position, Calvert-Lewin is looking across the defensive line and is not offside when this ball comes through. Torreira also has held his line with Mustafi. This is a very dangerous tactic in my opinion, as now this pass through just allows Everton a free opportunity to counter-attack and with loads of space to run in behind. Moving the image on, we can see that if Walcott had just held his run, that ball across there leaves Everton with a great opportunity to score. And all of the Arsenal players, 4 of them there, are unable to get back into a good defensive position. And again, Everton with a great opportunity to score. 5th mistake, being the wrong side of your man and losing a 3 against 2 in defence. Here Everton make a switch of play into Richarlison. Bellerin is the wrong side of his man. He needs to be able to contest that, he needs to be closer to Mustafi and be able to contest to clear that header. He doesn't. Richarlison is able to bring the ball down. Mustafi's coming across into what I believe is a good defensive position. Socrates is coming in with Calvert-Lewin as well. Now that he's controlled it, Richarlison has a few options, and Mustafi has to try and control them. For me, Mustafi needs to prevent Richarlison from bringing that ball forward. He needs to try and slow him down and wait for help from his teammates. Unfortunately, what he does is he steps across because he believes Richarlison is going to make that little pass in behind him for Calvert-Lewin to run onto. For me, this is bad defending. If that pass comes through, Petr Cech should be able to come out and deal with it. Remember, this is a 3 against 2 situation now. Mustafi only needs to slow him down so that Bellerin can help him out. Now that Richarlison has controlled the ball, Mustafi for me has to come out and prevent Richarlison from coming forward anymore. He has to slow him down and use that 2 against 1 situation with Bellerin to slow Everton's counter-attack down and wait for even more help. What Mustafi actually does is he comes across to the right thinking that Richarlison is going to make a pass into Calvert-Lewin behind his back. That's not what happens, and now Mustafi has come so far across that Richarlison is moving into the central area. Calvert-Lewin is dragging his man Socrates out, and he dribbles straight past them all and has a shot on goal. 6th mistake, not blocking runner following a wall pass or a 1-2. Here the ball's come over to the left-hand side of the pitch, and Bellerin is now coming in to close down the player on the ball. For me, I think he needs to hold his line a bit. This Arsenal player, actually I haven't highlighted him, but this Arsenal player coming back is signalling to the man, someone needs to be with him. Torreira actually comes across, but for me I think Bellerin needs to hold his position and wait for that other Arsenal player to move back to help. He doesn't, and the pass now is going to come in for a wall pass. Torreira, as we can see, he's come across to help out, and Everton are going to make the 1-2 or the wall pass. And in this position here, Bellerin, if he can't block the pass, then he has to block the runner. What you can't allow him to do is just knock that ball past you and run past, because then a little wall pass again, you're going to be through. Here's the example of Bellerin not blocking the runner, and if the Everton player just holds off Torreira there, he's able to play the ball through to number 12, and there's another goal scoring opportunity for Everton. He doesn't make the pass, he comes inside, he's able to drive inside and make a shot on goal, which again, Petr Cech keeps Arsenal in the game. 7th mistake, trying to play out instead of playing safe. Here the Everton fullback makes a through pass and Mustafi is going to cut it out before he's able to get there. Here, this is the moment when Mustafi first makes contact with the ball. For me, I think he's got 2 options in this position. Well, he's got 3. 1, he could just kick it straight out of play. 2, you could try and make a pass around the corner to that Arsenal player first. 3, put it over the top of the Everton defence for your forwards to run onto and try and win territory. He doesn't. He tries to take a touch to control it, and with so many centre-backs in this situation here, Mustafi's second touch needs to be a tackle. Here Mustafi dives in for the tackle, which he misses, and Socrates is 1-on-1 with that Everton player. Here we can see the Everton player's gone past Mustafi after he's missed the tackle. A simple pass in, and again, Everton have got a clear goal scoring opportunity. But again, the Everton player is selfish and tries to take on the last defender, and Socrates, like Petr Cech before, absolutely nails him, gives away the free kick, and the chance is gone. Mistake number 8, knowledge of the roles, preventing passes inside the defence, and again, blocking runners. Here Everton make a pass into their wide player, and Monreal's going to press him. A little bit of interchanging with those players, and they're able to bet the situation here where Monreal is out of position. Socrates and Mustafi are being helped out by Torreira, but the ball cannot be allowed to cross in between the 2 centre-backs and in front of Torreira there. For me, it's clear that Unai Emery has his centre-backs coming out to cover the full-backs with a midfielder dropping in to cover, trying to keep his midfielders in central areas instead of sending a midfielder out to cover Monreal on the wing. So this pass, like I said, it can't come inside, and either Socrates has to block the runner or Torreira has to block the runner. Neither of them do. The ball comes through the two of them and he's able to run in on goal. And again, another clear goal scoring opportunity for Everton in the first half. Ninth mistake, and for me this is the worst of all of them. Following a set piece, centre-backs for me need to get back. And in this situation, the centre-back actually moves forward to press instead of returning to his defensive position. Here we can see that Arsenal have taken a quick free kick and he's going to make a cross into the box from Bellerin. The ball is now cleared out. Everton are trying to counter-attack down the right-hand side of the pitch. And I've just highlighted Mustafi, who, for me, he should now be going back into a defensive position and not moving forward into the position where he does. He decides to come out to the wing to help out his teammate. But like I said, he needs to get back. Now we've got Mustafi over towards the left wing, when I think he should be pretty much now next to Socrates in the back line. Any pass out here into those Everton players and Mustafi's caught out. And that's exactly what happens. The ball comes out and Mustafi now has realised he's got problems. So as soon as he's controlled that ball, he's now going to hit a long pass into a counter-attack, and Mustafi is going to be about 40 to 50 yards away from his back four. Here we can see the ball come in now. Arsenal have got problems. They're trying to call for offside. And this is the first time that I've seen an Arsenal player communicating with the defence, and it's Xhaka. It's not Mustafi, it's not Socrates, it's the midfielder. He's telling Bellerin to go with that man. Great communication there. And that's probably the highlight of the defensive display, to be honest. So there we have it. Those are the 9 Arsenal mistakes in the first half against Everton. And it's not looking too bright defensively for Arsenal. How they won this game, I'm not entirely sure. But for me, Arsenal are going to have to improve on their defensive capabilities if they're going to win anything this season.